I am Amolo Santa. I'm a nursing officer, but my focus now is on HIV testing. In HIV testing, we use 3 different kits in testing for HIV. The first test kit, we have what we call the determine, of which in that determine, they get a small sample of blood from either a finger prick or from the vein and drop in the determine, then give it some minutes, like 2 to 5 minutes, as it runs with the head of a buffer which is dropped on it to see whether it will react or it will not react. How will you know whether it is reacting or it will not react? Is what is to form as a test line and what is called a control line. If the blood is running, you wait and observe if the reaction line will form. If it has not formed, still you wait, continue waiting for the 5 minutes until when the control line is reached. If one line is formed in the determine, you know the person is HIV negative. So in using the determine in HIV testing, you put the sample at this point. Sample is dropped at this point. Then you aid the running of the sample with a buffer, which you put it high. You make the buffer 1 drop and you give it time to run. You make the buffer not reach. Yeah, so our blood sample is running, and we give it some minutes as it is running. You can see how it is moving there. Give it some minutes, wait for it to run, then you do the reading. Reaction line going to the control line, and there, as you see, it is moving going to the control line. And when you look at our reaction line, there's no line formed there. So the blood is still running. Yeah, the control line is beginning to form, as you see there. Control line is beginning to form there. Using determine for HIV testing, according to our sample here, you can see we have only one line which is formed, that is the control line, which indicates to us that this blood sample is HIV negative. But if the determine has formed 2 lines, that is both the test line and the control line, you will subject this blood test to the second test, which we call the start pack. From determine, you go to start pack, which is the second test. So when you have put this blood sample to the second test, it will either react, that is, show you two lines which will say this person is positive, or it will not react. If it has reacted and shows two lines, it means this person is positive. You just write positive, give that person a positive result. But if it has given you one line, that is from determine, you go to stratified. If it has given you still one line, you go subject to the third test, which we call the unigo, and that is normally called the tiebreaker test, which is final. And in the unigo, still, when you put the blood sample with the head of a buffer, if this person is HIV positive, two lines must occur in that unigo test. If it is only one line, this person is believed to be HIV negative. That is as far as HIV testing is concerned in this department. And with the youth, I work with the students, I work with the community, and I will be grateful if all students and all the youth around turn to know their HIV status so that they live what they know.